I thought we had good energy early, and then it looked like we got tired again, and then we didn't share the ball good enough. But we're playing a lot of young kids, so they just were a little more consistent than us, and they played through their star Crutcher, and we just didn't ante up really.
What can you take from this game, Keith?
Well, we got to keep moving the ball. I think that's the biggest adjustment, is Sincere had the ball the whole time for two and a half years. And, what can I take though, Jerry, is we got to continue to move the ball. We got to be more consistent. We got to keep working on our conditioning. And eventually we got to shoot the ball better, but we got to share the ball to shoot the ball better.
Do you see a time maybe, Keith, where you can move Tavian to more of a shooting guard position to give you more of a threat from beyond the arc?
I don't think we have any choice. I think you're right about that, Jerry. They're just going to try to wear him down. And then, between guarding, playing 35 minutes, and handling the ball the whole time, it's a tough deal for him.
Coach,
that's what we're trying to do with Acuff.
Sorry about that. Forgive me.
No.
What did you think about Weathers' start? I think he scored like your first 10 points there.
Well, I think, again, that's what we should get from him. But, again, I think he got tired. I think both those guys have had their struggles sustaining this year, which they were more consistent last year to this point. And I think most of that is situational.
Coach, I don't have a better way to ask this question. Forgive it for sounding silly.
You don't have to ever apologize. You got a job to do.
How tough is it to win when you only get one player scoring in double digits?
Well, look, it's clear we have some issues right now that we have to get through, and we've got scoring issues. We just don't have enough pop. We held Dayton to 43%, which should be right in the game to win. And then we can't make free throws either. That's the other thing. There's nothing more deflating than missing free throws. And we've missed them pretty much all year. And, Mark's working at it, but he's not making any. So.
Keith, to build upon your bias's question, would you say having an established second threat to score the basketball consistently is the biggest need for this team right now?
Well, I think the biggest need is somebody to break down the defense and create opportunities for other guys to shoot open shots. So, last year we could do it two ways. We did it through Sincere driving it, and we did it through Weathers and Hughes kicking out. And right now we're not doing a very good job of either. And in fairness to our team, look, we played one freshman 27 minutes. We played another freshman 32 minutes, and then 15 minutes with another freshman, and 11 with another. So that's what you get, because it isn't Kentucky. You understand? And even Kentucky's having their issues with their freshmen right now.
Keith, you mentioned one freshman who played 15 minutes, Harris. That's the most he's played since coming here. After seeing how he performed today, would it be fair to expect him to get more minutes on Friday?
Well, I liked his attitude for the last 2 weeks. And we felt like all along that he can be a really good player. Now, he's not all the way there yet, but he's made a big jump in the last 10 days. And his activity level is really good, and his feel for the game's really good. So really all three of those guys, Oconnie, Chad Baker, and Dre Harris, and even Tyson, they've done a pretty good job for freshmen. I mean, the difference between them playing their freshmen and our guys playing our freshmen is they're playing through maybe the best player in the league in Jalen Crutcher. And then Ibby Watson obviously is a high level. So their guys are more comfortable in their spots than our guys are. And again, it's just going to be an adjustment period for us. We're just going to have to grind it out until we can get a little more comfortable.
Coach, I guess there's a positive and a negative to having to play 11 guys and a half. I know normally that's not how you do your rotations. What's been the best and worst part of that, having to play so many guys?
So at some point, because this has been such a messed up year so far, I have to develop these guys for the good of the program. And That's why I'm going to play him. Like, it's clear, it's clear right now that we're not championship quality at this point, right? It's fairly obvious. We took some hits. That's not to say we can't be, but I think if I develop them long term, it'll help us short term. And already you could see Toby playing better. Chad Baker, he's not great yet, but he looks like a Division I player to me. And I think if we play Bukelja and, Jet Rosing's played better in practice too, and Dre Harris, we'll take our lumps, but we'll recover quicker that way than now. That's a pride hit for me, but just the way it goes.
Keith, can you talk a little bit more about Oconnie's performance tonight? He didn't score a lot, but it looked like he did a lot in other areas of the game. Were you pleased with the role he played today, or do you look to him to be more of a scorer in his time here?
No, I think he's got to be like Scottie Pippen, really. He's got to be able to guard the best players. He's got to be able to rebound. He's got to get assists. He's got to get block shots and charges and not worry about scoring. Now, he got indoctrinated in the first half. Crutcher beat him up a little bit, but that's what's going to happen until he really, does that on a daily basis. I mean, Crutcher does that to a lot of people in this league, and to throw a freshman on him to guard the best player every single night is going to be a learning experience for him, but I think he can be good at it before it's over.
I guess the good news is there's a lot of games left in this season. This team has some time to grow and time to learn, right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as we sustain our character and our attitude, I think it's going to be harder on me than them. But I got to be patient and teach them how to play, and teach them our system, and and it's kind of fast tracked, because we didn't have any preseason really. So, I mean, I'm realistic enough to know that we're gonna have some issues on certain nights. But again, we were competitive. If we made some free throws and made a 3 or 2, we'd have been right there to win the game. Those are big ifs, but we hit a couple bad stretches and didn't score enough to win. I mean, we still have to get more out of Mike Hughes and Marcus around the basket to get kickouts and easier shots for our guys. That's a big key for us. So when we were going good, Marcus was going good, right? And then when we didn't get much in there, we didn't get much outside either. So we just have to share better. When things go wrong, young people generally try to do things on their own rather than playing better together. And that's part of learning.
Coach, you mentioned it being a pride hit, having to go through some of these lumps and bumps. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that ego hit? Not
very well. I'm a prideful guy. As a head coach, I've won 19 straight years. I haven't had a losing season in 19 years. 3 years in high school, 16 as a head coach. So, we're 3 and 4 right now. So right now I'm on the wrong side of the ledger. But the one good thing is I'm built for it. I'm not insecure. I know that if you do the right things, you can win. I think we'll play better as long as we continue to work at it on a daily basis. Now, the turnaround to St. Bonaventure isn't advantageous, but that's the way it goes. We're still trying to find the right blend of how to play. I think that's probably the biggest thing for this team. Play fast, play slow, play inside. We're just not quite where we need to be there.
Keith, building off of that, finding the right blend on how to play, would you say that's the reason for Mike's struggles early this season, that the failure to find the correct flow offensively has led to him not having the numbers, or is it something else?
I think the COVID affected him. I think, not having the spring, the summer, and getting shut down has affected him. That's not making an excuse for him, but it has really taken a toll on him, I think.
Keith, you touched on it a little bit ago. Just you have 2 moderate length bus rides coming at really odd hours and a practice. Just how much can you change in such a short period of time with these guys?
Not a thing, really. We'll watch. So tomorrow we'll get home. What time is it now, Zach?
9:45.
So we figured 4.5 hours on a bus because you got to stop once. So we'll get home at 2:30. We'll probably practice at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock tomorrow. We'll probably do nothing. Just walk through and get ready for St. Bonaventure, what they do, watch the tape a little bit, and then get right back on the bus and get to St. Bonaventure around 11. I mean, that's tough. I mean, these guys aren't like, it's not like the NBA guys chartering in, it's hard. But again, look, it's good learning experience. We just got to bite the bullet, take our hits, put our big boy pants on, and just try to get better every single day. We've shown we can compete. We're just not consistent enough to win yet at a high level. That's all.
Keith, I know you've never really had to go through this with the COVID issues and everything, but how long do you expect these second half fatigue issues to last? Have you talked to your staff about when you expect the team to kind of get their breath a little bit better late in the game?
It's a great question. I think it's going to be later than sooner, but I could be wrong. Because the problem is it's hard to condition them during the season other than just getting in game shape in the game. You know what I mean? Like, so what, am I supposed to condition them tomorrow and they won't be worth a darn at St. Bonaventure, right? Like, and then you play Wednesday, Friday. When do we play again, Dave?
Well, I think it's Wednesday again after Friday.
So then after Friday, you're going to get back late. So you're probably not going to do anything Saturday, right? And then you go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So you can get some things done there, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful of injuries, breakdown. We just have to play a lot of people, which that's not ideal either. Right. I mean, I don't know. And Dave, you may have the answer. I don't know. Has Dayton been shut down at all for the COVID?
I don't believe they've had a whole team shut down.
And it looked like it, right? It looked like it tonight. They were in much better condition than us, which, I've never felt, I'll be honest with you, I've never felt more helpless. I mean, there's not a lot I can do about it other than just keep pushing them and, and still love them and, just try to get them better.